darling, I was just going to bring you a cup of coffee. Helps the flow of ideas.
Nope, finished all my homework for tomorrow. Let's have coffee together and then I'll give you a hand with the lunch.
Oh, too late. Lunch is under control, but here's your coffee. Help yourself to milk.
Oh, thanks, darling. Oh, there's something I can do.
Oh, yes, there is. I've just been sorting through the old laundry basket and I discovered these old pajamas of Jeremy's.
They're not old.
Take a look. They've got tears in 4 places. The shoulder, the sleeve, and both knees.
Well, they must have very sharp bones.
Well, they can't go into the washing machine like that. They'll finish up in rags, won't they?
All right, get them to do.
I mean, I know you hate men.
Well, one of us has to do it. Can't be helped.
I'm afraid needlework isn't one of my newly acquired specialities. I'm prepared to tackle most of the household routine, but sewing is one thing...
Yes, Peter, all right. I'll do it. As soon as I finish my coffee.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yes, it rankles, doesn't it? Jeremy going back to the old bakery for the day.
Well, it's not only that. Lynn's being simply impossible.
I thought she was trying very hard this morning when she came to collect him. I thought we all behaved beautifully, actually.
But she wouldn't talk to me. Did you notice? I simply can't get through to her.
Jeremy's only going over for a few hours, darling. He'll be home again this evening.
Not if she has her way. I almost said, I'm sorry, Lynn, just not on, because we've arranged to take Jeremy out ourselves.
Well, just as well you didn't.
What do you mean?
That really would upset the apple cart. As things stand, Lynn's supposed to have reasonable access to Jeremy. If you start to make difficulties, that would give them an extra argument to bring up in court. You'd be putting yourself in the wrong. You know what you need, don't you? A holiday.
Why?
You're letting it all get on top of you. We really ought to try and make time to get away for a bit, all of us. Unwind for a couple of weeks.
Well, it sounds wonderful, but how can we, darling?
Well, I'll try and get something organised. After all, I am due some time off from work.
Well, I wasn't thinking of that. Suppose we plan a holiday and then suddenly springs a court hearing on us. You have to be within court for that.
I don't think you could do anything at short notice. And your solicitor will give us plenty of warning. Besides, the courts have a summer recess, don't they?
Yes, that's true. Yes, it would be nice to get away. On a boat, perhaps?
I might have known.
Oh, Jeremy'd love it. Hey, why don't we go and see Mr Tulley this afternoon?
Sorry? What? Did you say something, Cliff?
No.
You yawned, that's all.
Yeah, I did.
It's about the third time in 5 minutes. I don't know why you don't go and lie down for half an hour. Have a good sleep if you're that exhausted.
Oh, I'm not exhausted, sure. Just a little weary. Well, fair play. Sunday lunchtime to the Waggoners Walk was a bit knackering, you know.
Well, unless you weren't too far gone to put away 2 helpings of everything at lunch.
Well, that is a tribute to your cooking, my darling, isn't it, Morris?
Certainly is. That was a smashing lunch.
Thanks.
Well, it makes a real change for me, Shirley. Coming out for Sunday dinner after living on takeaways all week.
Oh, go on. You're welcome, Morris. Any time. You know that.
Oh, I really enjoy Sunday afternoons, you know that?
There you go again. I'd like to do some of this ironing, would you? Might wake you up.
Oh, sorry, love, but ironing's a skill I just never acquired.
I'll give you a crash course.
No thanks. Besides, I'm busy, aren't I? You haven't finished with that paper yet, Morris. I've finished this colour supplement.
Hang on a minute.
Trust you to grab the one with all the fruity bits in it.
Well, purely professional reasons. I have to know what the gutter press is up to, you know.
I saw a play on telly like this once. There was this girl doing the ironing while these 2 layabouts sat around reading the Sunday papers.
Do you mind?
Well, honestly, look at you both. You go for a walk, work off your dinner. No wonder you're putting on weight.
I beg your pardon?
I mean it. Too many beers before dinner and no exercise afterwards. Why don't you go out? It's a lovely afternoon.
Well, I've got all this work to do, though.
What makes you think we're putting on weight?
Well, you should just see yourselves. Dozing over the Sunday papers, sprawling in your armchairs. Look like a couple of beached whales.
What? Okay, that does it. Cliff, go on your feet. We're going out.
Ah, it's a lovely afternoon for a walk. I'm glad you persuaded me, Dickon.
I had to drag you out by brute force.
I was going to wash my hair.
Well, you can do that any time.
True. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may, and all that jazz.
Oh, why did you have to quote that?
Why not?
It's rather a sensitive subject for me, just at present.
Gathering rosebuds.
I suppose that's what Trudy and I were doing, metaphorically. At least I thought we were.
Oh, dear. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Well, thank you, sister dear, for all your tact and sympathy.
I really am sorry. It's just that it's a bit difficult to take her seriously. Anybody with a name like Trudy Window.
Her name's got nothing to do with it. She's a really fantastic girl, Cressy. I've never met anyone like her before.
I can well imagine.
I don't expect I ever will again. You should have heard that oath at the other end of the phone when I rang up. The way he spoke to me. As if I were some insect that had crawled out of the woodwork.
Well, if she's got herself another fella, that's how it goes.
But it's so quick. Only the other day, she and I were, well, you know, together. Now, without any explanation.
Oh, perhaps she just likes to keep people guessing.
She's not like that. I'm sure she's not. If you met her, you'd see what I mean.
Well, that doesn't seem very likely.
Only she'd come to the housewarming party as we'd arranged. Then you could have met her. Oh, no, you couldn't. You were otherwise engaged. You were out with Simon, weren't you?
That's right.
How you could be so idiotic is beyond me.
Simon was a terrible mistake. But now he's just a bad memory.
But I thought you were back together.
The only reason I went to meet him on Friday was to tell him that it's all over. Forever and for good.
I didn't realize.
Nor did he. It came as a bit of a blow to his pride. But I explained he caught me at a vulnerable moment when I was on the rebound. Otherwise it would never have happened.
Well, I'm very glad to hear it. And how did he take it? Chrissy, what are you staring at?
I don't believe it. Look!
Where?
Down there, along the path at the bottom of the hill. Do you see what I see? They're jogging.
Morris, are you sure this was a good idea?
We are not working steadily. Call us wheels.
Right, well, fair enough. You go out for a 10-mile run and ruin your health. But why do I have to get dragged into it?
It is not a 10-mile run. Just a little invigorating jog. Very good for you.
Says who?
A well-known fact. You both need a certain amount of exercise. Ask any doctor.
Well, come to think of it, I used to go jogging with Ben and Woodhouse. He's a doctor.
Oh, aye. And when did he last go out for a run?
Oh, well, we get used to it, I suppose. Yeah, when I think how I used to do football training, squash, swimming, I just say to myself, good if easy. And so are you as well, Morris. It's just not healthy.
Oh, well, I felt very healthy. Until I put on your old tracksuit. I must need my head examined.
Yeah, you're out of condition, that's all.
I am. I admit it.
Should we slow down a bit?
No. 5 more minutes, and then we'll have a 10-minute breather.
Right, 5 more minutes, and it may be too late for a breather. I probably need an oxygen cylinder. No, I mean, what are we trying to prove, Morris?
If you want to run all the way back, it's up to you.
You walk over. I go out to the beach, Lynn.
Oh, well. The way I feel right now, I may crawl home in my hands and knees.
Certainly enjoyed themselves those yours.
But I think I'd better go and keep an eye on them. I have also visions of them finishing up in the canal like Jeremy did.
Well, they're perfectly close, darling. The old narrowboat's been hauled up on the grid, miles out of the water. One of my lads is on board, fitting in a new gully. He'll see they don't come down here,
All the same, I think I'll just go and see what they're up to. Sally, if you don't mind.
Just as you like, Mrs. Tyson. And now plug the kettle in. There'll be a nice cup of tea waiting for you when you get back.
Lovely. I look forward to that.
Well, you picked a good day to come and see us.
Yes, it really feels like the beginning of summer.
It won't be long now.
Your busy time, too.
Aye, that's how it used to be. But you can see how we are today. I've got Lynn fitting the galley, Harry and Bob on panel work, and a couple of casuals doing a bit of painting. And that's your lot. It's not the way it should be at all.
Oh, business will pick up once you get into the holiday season.
No, I don't think so. Not anymore. It's like I told you. I don't reckon we'll last out another year.
I'm sure something will turn up, Mr. Tulley.
How can it? The narrow boats are disappearing. They'll never come back. And it's no good suggesting I change over to building luxury pleasure craft. Who's got that kind of money nowadays?
But there's the holiday trade. Didn't you say you hire out a few narrowboats for holiday letting?
Aye, we do a certain amount, but not enough to keep us going.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was meaning to talk to you about that anyway. Liz and I are just beginning to think about holidays, and, well, I wondered if you had a narrowboat you could hire out to us for a couple of weeks in the summer.
Oh, I dare say we could fix you up. Mind, you haven't tried your hand at narrowboating before, have you?
No. No, last summer some people when you lent us a yacht on the Zuyder Zee.
Aye, that's a different kettle of fish altogether.
Well, I've often thought of trying canal holiday, either a narrowboat or a motor cruiser.
Well, got nothing like the luxury class, I'm afraid. Like I said, it's...
Yes, but I suppose you could, couldn't you?
Could what?
Well, it's just occurred to me, when we talked last time, you said there wasn't so much demand for pleasure craft nowadays. All right, so they've priced themselves out of the market for most people to buy. But if you were to build up a small fleet of cruisers with the intention of letting them, I mean, in addition to the work you do now, repairs and maintenance...
Going to letting is a regular thing, you mean? Well, there are some yards that do it. I suppose it is a possibility. It's difficult to say how it'd work out from a financial point of view. I wouldn't have any notion what it would need in the way of capital outlay. Head in the clouds, that's me.
But one could find out. I tell you what, Mr. Tulley, would you like me to make some inquiries, do a spot of arithmetic? You never know. It might be quite interesting.
Come on, Shirley. Let me twist your arm.
No, really, Morris. I'm supposed to be working this evening. I've got all my Open University notes to write up before tomorrow.
You go on, Morris. Take no notice. You'll have the same again.
Oh, honestly, you're awful.
Same again, then.
Right.
Well, just one more, and then I really must go and do some work.
Coming up.
Oh, I don't know. When you two start ganging up on me, I can't wink,
Well,
can
that
I?
is the idea.
All right, take it out of that, would you, Cliff? Well, Shirley, it's the least I can do. After you and Cliff providing me with 2 square meals today.
Well, you didn't have much to eat at tea time. All you wanted was cups of tea.
Well, I was pretty parched by then. Still am, come to that.
Oh, typical of you two. You go out for some exercise and you undo all the good work by coming in here and knocking back the beer.
Hey, plenty of fluids are good for the system. You ask any doctor. You change kind, sir.
Thanking you. Well, cheers, Shirley.
Cheers.
Hey, look who's here. Hello.
Dickon.
This is supposed to be my day of rest.
Oh, this is my local as well, you know. Evening, Shelley.
Hello.
Right, what will you have, Dickon? Since I'm in the chair.
Ah, bitter, please.
Right, hang on. What the devil's Cliff wandered off to?
You've never
Cliff.
guessed what these two idiots have been up to this afternoon, Dickon. They went jogging on the heath.
Yes, I know. I saw them.
You did?
I was out for a walk myself, as a matter of fact, with my, sister.
Oh, is that so? Cressida saw me as well, making a fool of myself.
I'll try and grab Cliff, shall I? Cliff? Cliff?
Cressy and I had quite a long talk, Morris.
Oh, yes?
She told me one thing you might like to know.
I doubt it.
You know she was going to see Simon last Friday?
I'm really not much
And the
interested.
reason she went to see him was to tell him it was all over. She won't be seeing him again.
Are you sure about that?
I'm just telling you what she said.